This is Bladerunners, the second show in a series dedicated to bringing you the best inline skating action from Europe. This week we're in Paris for round 2 of Marathon Skating's Playlife Grand Prix 2000. Elsewhere, we bite off more than we can chew with the fabulous Blading brothers. We keep our feet firmly on the ground as we fly high with Ty. Rollerblade star Ashley Horgan reveals her quieter side. And of course, the best of the action from Paris. Rome provided the spectacular backdrop for the opening round of the season. The women's race witnessing a ferocious battle between 18-year-old rollerblade skater Marion Grotto and Roche's Sheila Herrero.
But I don't think Herrero's going to do it. She's done too much work earlier on, and it looks like Grotto's going to hold on, and she has. Grotto wins, second for Herrero and third for Mara.
However, there's to be no repeat performance in Paris, Grotto missing due to an appendix operation. While in the men's event, Fila Verducci skater and world #1 Chad Hedrick was beaten in the sprint finish by Rollerblade's Colombian star Jorge Botero.
Hedrick is in second spot, though he's looking extremely tired. I don't think Hedrick's going to pull him back, but he's really having a go. But no, it looks like it's going to be Botero. Yes, and Botero of Rollerblade's going to win round 1. Hedrick second and Presti of Fila Verducci third.
Hedrick's second place all the more remarkable after he lost a wheel during the race. This time he's out for revenge.
We're training together, we are going to the same school. We don't have the same train, but we see every day.
I'm crazy, not crazy. I'm fun.
Yes.
It's not fun.
I protect him in the race. If another boy, a salon boy or a rollerblade boy do an escape, I go with him and I stop the escape, or I go in escape to help him. He's better.
He's better.
No.
I need my brother, but I think my brother don't need of me. If I want to thank my brother, I must win the race. It's the only solution. I respect my brother. It's the second half of me.
We go to school every day. On the morning, this year I go to hospital every morning to learn my job. In the afternoon, I go to school. I listen always his advice, because it's my brother and I like it. It's an excellent skater. He's young in his head.
I'm not a big person in my head. I'm a little kid in my head. Many girls say, "Oh, it's Tom Cruise." I say, no, it's my brother.
Sometimes they say I like Tom Cruise, but I don't know it's right.
I know you're talking.
He's like John Travolta.
The start of the men's race and round 2 of the Playlife Marathon Grand Prix. Just time for those final team decisions to be made before the competitors begin the 42-kilometre course. Unlike the circuit in Rome, this track has a separate start and finish line. Beginning at the Avenue Foch near l'Arc de Triomphe, the skaters will head north out of the capital towards the Charles de Gaulle airport. It's going to be tough, with narrow streets, plenty of tight corners and steep descents.
I think it's gonna be a hard and tough race because everybody's here. All the teams want to be in the finish line, and everybody have been waiting a long time for this race. So this is one of the most exciting races that we have been waiting for.
After defeat in Rome, it's strictly business for Chad Hedrick and the Fila Verducci team.
Well, this is a very difficult course. There's a lot of dangerous areas here, so just try to get through to the sprint and try not to take a spill and get in the right position at the end and try to go as fast as I can and come home with the win today.
Commentating on the race action is Adam Giles.
So there's 42 kilometres ahead of these skaters. Looking down the line, I can see Chad Hedrick, and there goes Hedrick of Fila Verduci in the red and black. He's the current world champion. Other teams to look out for will be Team Salomon in the yellow and black, Team Rollerblade in the silver skin suits. Also, we've got Team Pro in the green and blue, and then there's Team Technica in the orange. That's Rollerblade out in front there, but look at Fila Verduci, just counting along the line there. There's 8 skaters. They'll all be working for Chad, I'm sure, today. He'll be wanting to get that win. But it's going to be a battle of the giants. Rollerblade won't want to let Fila Verduci take the win today. I'm sure of that. Batiro is on top form there. Look at the speed these guys are going across the bridge there, and they're almost getting on the back of that bike. Yeah, they're touching about 50 kilometres an hour here along the Seine. But look at the smoothness of the road. It really is smooth, and it really is a fast course. It's going to be one of the fastest courses of the Grand Prix.
When's the best time to make a break on this course?
Well, I would have thought somebody would have made a move already because it's quite tight. There's a lot of cornering in the early stages of this race, and that's the time to make a break because it's out of sight, out of mind. Now, if they don't start doing that later on in the race, it becomes very open. The roads are very, very wide. You can see skaters making a break, so you can chase them down. So I would have expected somebody to make a move by now. It's Rollerblade out in front. That's Horgan, Martin Horgan of Rollerblade. In fact, Horgan is the oldest skater in the field. He's 32 years old, but he's doing well on it. Team Salomon are making a break, but it doesn't look like it's going to last. I don't think anybody's going to let them get away. And there we go. There's the answer to that. Rollerblade are chasing them back down. Number 45 there, that's Rosero, Batiro's teammate. Styled himself very much on Batiro. And just looking down at the Verduci skater 38, that's Marangoni from Italy. But Rollerblade are looking very strong and very smooth indeed there, with Horgan out in front. Rosero just starting to make a move. Frank Cardin of Solomon, but I don't think he's going to get away. Rollerblade are chasing him down. Batiro's in that chasing group as well.
Rollerblade are looking strong now. What's happened to Fila Verduci?
Well, Fila Verduci are still there. They're just holding back a little bit. They're still in that top group. So we've just gone over the Seine there. We're at 18 kilometres, so still quite a distance to go here with Rosero of Team Rollerblade. Rollerblade keeping it together. There's Jorge Batiro and Chad Hedrick in the red and black of Verduci. Now you can really see the speed here, doing about 45 kilometres an hour. We've got a break from Team Solomon. These roads are really smooth. It really is fast out there. Some tight corners, and it's a job to cope with that speed when you're going around these corners. And we've got an incident there. It's Rollerblade down. That's Dobbin, Callan Dobbin. He won't be pleased with that. He'll be struggling to get back to the pack. They're really having to lean into these bends to hang on to it. Notice how they're just using the skate to slow themselves down. Polka dot suit just gone past. That's Pascal Briand of Team Salomon. They're not going to let Briand get away, I'm sure.
Hedrick hasn't spent much time at the front on this race.
Yeah, he's been playing very much a safe game here. He's been trying to keep himself out of trouble. Been very much trying to conserve his energy as well. It's all about this final sprint finish now, and that's what everybody's building up to. Riand of Team Solomon still out in front, but Verducci are close behind. We're coming into the final 500 metres, and it looks like Rollerblade. Yes, it's Botero. Botero's starting to wind up the pace, but look on the right-hand side. It's a three-pronged attack by Verducci. It's Hedrick, Downing, and Presti. Can Hedrick do it? He's really starting to put the power down. And yes, it's a win for Hedrick. Second for Presti and third for Downing. An unprecedented 1-2-3 for Fila Verducci.
Things just happened to work out really fortunate for us. We were in the right position, and we had a little problems with some contact in the last corner, but came out of the corner in a good position. And usually if the course is very smooth and you can reach top speed, like I said before, we have three very good guys, and the odds are with us. So we went out there and worked hard, and just tried to use our head when we were out there skating, and it worked.
We needed Chad to get the points because he is in third right now, and Presti fourth and me fifth, so Chad has to win. So Chad wins the race, and the Team Rollerblade, the guy that is leading Jorge, he get maybe I think fifth today. So the points now are even.
There were some dangerous turns out there. I stayed in the back of the pack a lot of the time, and just tried to stay out of trouble and tried to stay on my feet. And that was the whole key to it.
Yeah, did very well today. I think maybe first time a team sweeps 1, 2, 3, so it was very good.
Today it was smooth and we could go really fast, and when we can go as fast as we want, we win.
So a clean sweep of the medals for Fila Verducci as the Italian team dominate round 2 of the men's Grand Prix. But it's disappointment for round 1 winner Jorge Botero and the Rollerblade team, despite finishing with 3 skaters inside the top 10. Overall, it's mission accomplished for Chad Hedrick as he jumps to first place. Botero drops to third as another Fila skater, Massimiliano Presti, moves into the top 2. Half-pipe world champion Ty Chris is out to prove skating is not just about speed.
The marathon is really cool because, because there are more people who can do it, just people who want to have fun, to go like this on the street. The ramp is a little bit more dangerous, but for sure the sensation when you arrive to fly, like I do, or to spin, is much better, I mean, I feel like, and you really feel power, you fly like this is just incredible. I really like the Mac twist because I think it's the rotation I control the most. The sensation is really fun, you are spinning head down, it's really cool, and for the people to watch is I think one of the best tricks because there are a lot of spin and also you are going head down. It's my favorite trick, I think. Yeah. I started when I was 6 years old, but I started half pipe when I was 15, but with the old skate, with roller skate. And I started inline about, 5 years ago now. You feel, a lot of energy because you are going so fast, and you just fly like that. It's really amazing sensation. My maximum it was 3.5 meters. It's pretty high, and that's scary, because if you go so high, then you are close to fall, and if you fall when you are going so high, you totally crash yourself. I broke everything, the feet, the leg, the hand, everything. Yeah, someday I can spend 6 hours non-stop.
My name's Ashley Horgan and I skate for Team Rollerblade, and I don't like to take risks. I don't like anything exciting. really like to play it safe. I've been skating since I was 8 years old, and I started out because my brother started speed skating at a local rink, and I just always wanted to beat him at everything. My brother actually quit because I beat him. It was great. I'm very proud of beating my brother. I started at a local rink, and Paul, my coach, is Chad Hedrick's dad. The way that we train is Chad's always skated just the way that he's felt. He was never taught the double push, just Chad, that's how he skates. And really he's taught me just to keep my head on straight and don't worry about all the problems, just keep going and skate. Yeah. Right now I have 2 or 3 other girls working for me. The girls either lead me out or do some flyers and breaks during the race to work with the other people in the pack. If someone just came in that was an awesome sprinter, she would probably help me or go for the win. If I believe if somebody else is stronger than me and good enough to win, then go for it. When I left school, I was 14 years old, in the 8th grade, and I started my high school year just teaching myself through correspondence. For me, I never really fit in school, and it wasn't really that heartbreaking for me, so I kind of enjoyed not being there. My school friends, some of them still come around, and they kind of like, where'd you get that, you know? My things that I get from Rollerblade. They see all my equipment, my everything, and I think they get a little jealous, but they sometimes think, oh, well, we get school dances, we get all our friends and the social end of it, but I guess it just depends on what you like out of life. River dancing. I hope someday there is some money, but I don't skate for money. I really love skating. It's time for me to win. Oh no. Hey, I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
The morning of the race, and it's crunch time for Ashley Horgan and the Rollerblade team.
I'm a little bit nervous, ready for a hard race. A lot of competition today. I think about every top girl in the world's here almost. Julie Brandt's here, and I wasn't expecting that. So it should be a good race.
The action is about to start, and commentating is Adam Giles.
So you've seen the men, and here we are with the women. We've got some of the top women of the world, including Julie Brandt. As Ashley Horgan said, she's here today. But out in front at the moment is Natalie Barberton. She's skating for Team Roches in the blue and yellow, 25 years old, from France. Other teams to look out for are Team Salomon in the grey and black here, also skating in the yellow and black. Fila Verducci in the red and black, only one skater, and that's Julie Brandt. And Rollerblade there in the silver skin suits.
It's looking very bright overhead. Is the heat going to affect today's race?
It's in fact extremely hot. It's 30 degrees Celsius out there. These skaters will be wanting to keep hydrated. Notice they've got the water bottles on their back. Team Salomon just taking up the pace there, but 3 Rollerblade skaters close behind. Third spot, this Horgan with her 2 teammates. They'll be working for her today.
At 6 kilometres, it's the American Julie Brandt in front on some revolutionary Fila Verducci skates.
Brandt is skating on the new clap skate. Basically what happens, it pivots under the ball of the foot, and when she extends her push, she's probably getting about 3 or 4% more push out of that skate. Put simply, they make you go faster. Here we are with Brandt. She's got a very sort of classical speed skating technique. great technician. And in second spot there, somebody we haven't seen before. And Titsi, she isn't with a team at the moment, but she probably will be after this event. She's skating really strongly at the moment behind Julie Brandt.
Not many of the girls are actually taking Julie Brandt on. Is that because she's got such a strong reputation?
She has got a reputation. She's been a past world champion, multi-world champion. Oh, she's skating this series now, and she's been having trouble out in the States with these new clap skates of hers, which we're looking at now. The USA Roller Skating Association have banned the skate there. So Brandt is here in Europe using the skate and making the most of it at the moment.
How much of an unfair advantage has she got?
Well, it is very controversial at the moment because Verducci are making these skates, and a lot of the other teams haven't got access to this type of skate. And if they are better to skate on and faster, well, you could say it's definitely an unfair advantage. So I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more about these skates over the course of the series. But having said that, Team Salomon are here. Emily Charles of France. But Rollerblade are there. 3 skaters there. Horgan in the middle. They're picking up the pace. They're looking really threatening. We're with Natalie Barberton at 18 kilometers. The course starts to get quite windy and tight here, but it's still extremely fast. There goes Barberton. Hands on her knees, just coasting around the corner. Barberton still leading, but Brandt in second spot. They're just catching some water here. These skaters have got to keep hydrated. As Barberton is actually making the attack here, she's trying to break away from the main field. She's an extremely strong skater, but Brandt is with her, and also Titsi as well. Titsi's having a grand skate today. She's really skating strong. We're coming to the latter stages of the race now. All the teams are starting to group. Horgan's having a bit of trouble with a skate, it seems, just being supported by Stamfleet. Horgan in the silver suit there. Team Rollerblade. Rollerblade looking strong. Looking down at Brandt's skates there. Yeah, you can see those springs, you can see those clap skates working away. Nobody's willing to take the lead now. It's becoming very cat and mouse. And all of a sudden we've got Team Roches on the scene now. 3 skaters together. They're in the blue and yellow and black. In the middle of that bunch is Herrero. She came second in Rome. First in Rome was Marion Grotto, and unfortunately Grotto's not here with Team Rollerblade, and we're with Team Rollerblade now. And it looks like they've just picked up some back markers from the men's race. So they'll be drafting those skaters, be making the most of that, conserving their energy for that final sprint. And it's not going to be long now. Skaters, notice they're all starting to string out now. The speed just starting to ease down a little bit. The teams are starting to regroup. There's Team Roches. Herrero's in there, a very strong finisher indeed. She's there with Mara as well, her teammate. She was third in Rome. But we're starting to pick up the pace now. 500 meters to go, and it's Brandt of Fila Verducci on her own with Titsi in second. But Titsi and Brandt have done a lot of work here. Can they hold on to the end here? But Julie Brandt of Team Fila Verducci in the red and black is really pushing her home. She looks so smooth. She's looking for the line. She's going to hold on. It's going to be an easy win for Brandt. And it's second for Mara of Team Roches and third for Titsi. What a confident performance from Julie Brandt.
I only do the world competitions, but I think I want to do the World Cup Series.
Julie Brandt, I wasn't thinking that she's going to be here, but I think this year she's going to come to a couple more of the marathons, especially with her good finish. She's a world champion. She used to skate with Cheryl Ozell and Teresa Cliff. and they were the top USA girls for many years.
The course was really nice. They had a lot of turns, and we do a lot of short turns in the USA, so it was good for me.
I think that Philip Verducci is a good team, and they're really strong, but it's going to be an up and down thing. You can't win them all.
So from out of the blue, America's Julie Brandt, with her controversial clap skates, wins the Paris Grand Prix. Second spot for Roche's Adelia Mara and Titzi of Germany, claiming third. A disappointing seventh for Ashley Horgan. 2 top 3 finishes means Adelia Mara heads the women's leaderboard, followed by teammate Sheila Herrero. Julie Brandt is definitely one to watch in the coming weeks. Next stop in the Playlife Grand Prix 2000 is Eindhoven, Holland, and Bladerunners will be crashing the skating party. We'll see you there.
Aggression!